Do you know what your body type is, and did you know that it can tell you a lot about what that means for a healthy heart? Here to talk more about that is Dr. Mark Menolacino. Thank you so much. Author of upcoming book, Heart Solution for Women. We have it right here in front of us. He's also the medical director of the Meno Clinic for Functional Medicine. Nice to have you here on the show. Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
So we've heard about apple, the apple body type. We've heard about the pear shape. Maybe you haven't heard about skinny fat, and we're going to talk about that because it's dangerous.
Yes.
But let's walk through kind of why you need to know what your body type is and how you go about determining what it is.
When I trained, and actually trained here in Phoenix, we learned how to treat disease once it happened. What I like to help women do is prevent it from happening. And one of the things we do is empower women to learn the information on their own. And one of the easy ways to do that is to know your body type. If you're the pear type, where you're more of the weight down low in the hips, that tends to be more of a communication with hormones, thyroid, and adrenal. If you're more of the apple type, where there's more of the weight around the middle, then you tend to be more of the dangerous inflammatory. And those tend to be linked to diabetes, Alzheimer's, and heart disease. The one we miss a lot is the skinny fat.
Skinny fat.
And those are women who look great, but they're laying body fat down on the internal organs. I tell everyone, none of us want to have extra body fat.
No.
But if I'm the doctor that's concerned about you, I care most about, are you laying down that internal body fat? Because that's the hot fat. That's the fat that drives the diabetes, heart disease, and probably Alzheimer's as well.
Well, and let's break down exactly, what makes each body type so dangerous. So the apple body type, you described it, most at risk for women when it comes to heart disease. Why is that, and what can women do to curb that risk?
Well, apple is really the one that holds that weight around the middle and that body fat centrally, and it's a communication signal. Your body fat is really a communication factory to your body. It tells it and signals it. So the food that we eat, the exercise that we do, the stress that we don't let go of, all of those things drive that inflammatory fat on the outside. And it's pretty obvious when you're the apple type because you know that it's around the middle.
Right.
And those are the ones that I try to identify most and try to help them with the nutrition choices, the lifestyle choices, because women really can prevent this on their own.
And we're talking about women, but does it affect men too?
It does affect men. What's interesting is all of the heart studies, all of the heart treatments, they're all done for men. There are men that are in the studies. Half the women in America have heart disease.
Well, it's the number one killer of women.
It's the number one killer, absolutely.
So let's talk about then the pear body type. You already described that, but you can do things to maintain a lower risk of that, right?
Yes.
Heart disease.
Yes. It's also linked to osteoporosis in the pear type. So it tends to be a communication type of signaling problem where the hormones just aren't as efficient. And there's a lot of things in our food supply, these endocrine disruptors, these food additives, preservatives, and the processed foods that tend to block how your hormones talk to each other. And I kind of like to think of women as this beautiful symphony, and it's most important in the pear type. Your thyroid talks to your adrenal glands, talk to your hormones. They're all controlled by the inflammation of the gut. And so if you get all of those ladies balanced, the symphonies in harmony and good things happen.
And you make beautiful music.
And you make beautiful music.
Let's talk about skinny fat again because it is the most dangerous. Really, it's important when you are skinny fat that you build muscle, right?
Muscle,
especially as you get older.
And a lot of women, they lose that muscle as they get older. And that's been linked to heart disease specifically, as well as to diabetes and Alzheimer's.
Does skinny fat mostly occur in women over 50?
It does.
And why is that?
Because of the loss of the hormone signaling. It's the same reason why the osteoporosis becomes so much more important as we get older. Our body just doesn't talk to itself the way we need it to. And if we lay on there some inflammation, some stress, and some other issues, then we know that it's going to have an effect on how our body talks to the rest of the symphony. And really getting those communication signaling is the key to it. And you can help yourself be optimal. Let food be medicine, let kitchen be your pharmacy, let lifestyle be your doctor. We're going to teach you all the things you need to know to do this yourself. That's
I love
the beauty of it.
Yes, okay, and it's very simple to educate yourself, but you do need to put the time in. So you can read the book. It's going to be available at your website. You can find out more information. It's menoclinic.com. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Great information.